So, you bought a 3D printer, and you're a Fnaf fan who wants to make bad financial decisions. Then you came to the right place, because I'm gonna teach you how to make your own Fnaf mask. For this tutorial specifically, I'm gonna make a Freddy Fazbear mask. I'm gonna make this tutorial as easy as possible. It's probably the worst way to do this. I mean, not the worst way to do this, but it actually works, okay? It actually works pretty freaking awesome. Like, look at this! So, the first thing you're gonna do is go to the description and download an app called Blender. Now, you're gonna need a model, and to find that, go to a website called DeviantArt and search your animatronic name, 3D Blender model. And after you found and downloaded your model, you just need to open it on Blender. And after you did that, you just need to get rid all of the excess stuff like the camera rig, like the armature, all of that stuff. It should look like this after you're done doing that. So what you're gonna do now is get rid from all of the body and leave just the head. Now you're gonna need to separate all of the parts so you'll be able to make it printable, because we obviously want to print that. So what you're gonna do now is click on one of the parts and make sure you check everything, if there's small stuff that you need to click on, and go to File, Export, and click on STL file, and then check in the Selection Only button, so you will export only the part that you selected on and not all of the parts that are in the space. So what you're gonna do now is go to Desktop and create a new folder, and I'm gonna call it Freddy Fazbear Mask, and export the STL file to there. Now do it all over again to all of the parts. So what you're gonna do now is go back to Google and search Tinkercad, and then you're gonna click right here and it's gonna take you to this website. Now you're gonna need to create an account, so just sign up, and after you did that, it's supposed to look something like that. And now you just need to click on Create and 3D Design. So once you're here, you're gonna need to click on Import and choose a file, and then what you're gonna do is go to the files that we exported earlier and click one by one and drag into Tinkercad all of the files. And after you did that, you just need to upscale all of the models. After that, you're gonna import another file that will be linked in the description. It's a head file, so you can imitate your head inside of Tinkercad, so you can size the mask to the right measurement. This file is actually an OBJ file, so you'll need to change from OBJ file to STL file, so just go to the website in the description and do that. So after you exported your file into Tinkercad, you need to use a cutting box to remove the upper half of the body from the head, so only the neck and the head will remain. And now, because we want to keep the measurements right, so you can print it in the right size, you're gonna need to measure your face height, length, and width. To measure your face height, you're just gonna use a regular ruler like this, and measure your length like this, and width like this. And after you did that, just import the measurements to the head in Tinkercad. I'm just gonna use random measurements because I don't have real ones. Also, Tinkercad uses millimeter measures, so convert your measures into millimeters. And now is the funnest part. Now what you're gonna do now is connect all of the files onto your head file like Lego parts, and try to make them in the right measurements that you want. So now that you got the overall shape, what you're gonna do is make it wearable. So how are you gonna do that? First of all, we're gonna make the jaw wearable. For this mask, it's probably one of the only parts that you really need to make wearable. So what you're gonna do is take the head and the jaw and take a cutting box or circle, it really doesn't matter, and just cut the inside so you can fit your head right into. So this part is optional, like you see, like I did in the video. I took 2 rectangle pieces and connect them to the jaw so I can hot glue it into the upper face. But if you want to make the jaw movable, I would suggest you do something else, maybe look on another tutorial and then come back to here. But here, like I did, there's 1,000 more stuff that you can do. You can cut a hole where the eyebrow should be and put a servo there. You can maybe cut the walls of the mask and make it move thinner, so you're gonna waste less filament. Overall, there's 1,000 things that you can make, and now we obviously want to print that, okay? And I'm assuming you don't have a comically large 3D printer, so we will need to cut it. So what you're gonna do is copy paste one of the pieces and then take a cutting box and cut it in the middle or whatever you need to, and then take the other piece and cut it exactly where you cut the other piece, so you can connect them together and they will make one big piece. Now in the video I only cut the jaw just to show you how to do it, but it depends on what build plate size you have, maybe 400 by 400 by 400 millimeter, it really depends. So you'll need to cut it as much as you need to. After you're done with that, that's it. That's the basics that you need to know to make your own Fnaf mask cosplay. From here, like I said, you can do like 1,000 more things, so be aware of that, but really that's just the basics. So be sure to subscribe. I'm a new channel, so I appreciate it very much, and please help me so I'll be able to make more of these videos and help you all to make your own Fnaf cosplay or other cosplay, and I'll guess I'll see you around.